Okay, so yeah, this is an interesting effect, and um, as I'm getting older, kind of makes me look nice. At any rate, the haven't started the website yet. Life has happened. Life happens a bit, and I'm attached to my computer far too much. I do work, and I come home, and sometimes I freelance, and then I have to show people how to use their computers, um, and I get a lot of information from my computer, and of course there's Facebook, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And the reality of it is I really hate computers, but I love the information. I also love the fact that they allow us to get in touch with people. So, I do want to keep up this dialogue, and maybe this will just be a YouTube dialogue about what is going on with our environment. The whole environment thing is really quite distressing. I've had some time to back away from it, and I'm not in a space where I'm like, oh my god, I need to do something right now. We need to dig holes in the ground. Like, I'm not necessarily sure that wasn't a good place to be, being that frantic and that fearful and that energized into action. Now I'm more like, okay, yeah, the world is ending. I'm all going to be complacent about it. And maybe that's where a lot of people are at. Because it's going to be really ugly. And I don't think any of us who are in the know or aware or really fully in our consciousness, any of us feel like we have any control over it. On some level, I really do think it is up for the government to make large-scale implementations of laws that, you can only drive your car 3 days a week. Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Just, the havoc that would cause. The societies that we need to create in order that we can contract from this growth economy, which has grown us into death on earth, essentially. We need to contract. We need to take our tentacles out of the environment and bring them back. And, little gardens in our front yards. Maybe somebody does corn and somebody does tomatoes and someone does cabbage and we share it all together. I don't know what the answers are. I do know that complacency is not a good place to be. I also want to say that we need to have a dialogue, and we need to raise our voice, and more people need to be talking about it. I had a dream about making a website with a forum for people who are like, okay, so we know this is happening. How can we change it? For example, I know my environment is changing. I live kind of out nowhere, but my environment's changing. I have a lot of trees that are dying. Is there another type of tree that I can be planting, that I should be planting, that uses little water and can handle the crazy heat that we're getting? So ultimately, yes, I would love to do that. And maybe I need to think about raising money for it. I don't know. I have a job, and I need a job because I have student loans. Anyways, 2 things. The EPA wants to raise the levels of radiation that are acceptable in your drinking water. That's completely unacceptable. Just no radiation is good radiation. Yes, I know, there is such a thing as background radiation, blah, 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 blah. We all know that. We've all lived with it. But guess what? Even background radiation is not good radiation. Okay? Number 2, California. There are some sociopathic California legislatures that are trying to push through laws that are going to allow big oil to put their fracking water in your aquifers. That's right. Because there's nothing better than drinking poison. Yeah, raise your voice. Let's talk about it. Let's put it out there. Let's make the other people aware of it. Let's find out what the legislatures are. I'll put the links down to these 2 articles in my YouTube uh, film here so that you can read about it. I'm not making this shit up. I wish I was. It's been a really weird week. It's been a really weird week with Orlando. Oh my god. Anyways, I also, number 3, the most important thing, okay, the final. Talk about it, people. We have to talk about it. We have to talk about what's going on. We have to put our voices out there. Make YouTube videos just like me. Just please, and link me in, and let's connect and have a dialogue and say, okay, and let's respond to each other's videos. And we need to figure this out because big oil, big ag, big money makers, they don't want us to figure it out. They don't. They want their money, people, and we have to take this bull by the horns. So, anyways, please, responses, please, let's talk about it. Please, how do we make the changes that we need to make? How do we get off oil? How do we convince people to maybe not eat so much beef or eggs? Or, I mean, you don't need that much meat, people. You really do not, and it's fucking killing our planet. Please, help.